Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Behind me is the business end of a North American RA-5C Vigilante. I am at the Orlando-Sanford International Airport, and used to be a naval air station, and this beauty was the last and most advanced aircraft to be stationed there. Well, it was a naval air station. So, a little bit about it. It was the first supersonic high-low altitude carrier aircraft. The first production fly-by-wire flight control system was on this aircraft. It also had the first deflector spoiler flight controls without ailerons. No ailerons on this thing, you won't see them anywhere. First variable geometry horizontal ramp engine inlets. Now, it's a little bit weird sounding, but the engine intake could actually change geometry, thus variable geometry, but to allow more or less air to go in at different speeds depending on what stage of flight it was in. So that was pretty useful for it. Also had the first digital navigational and bombing computer, so digital new age computers on this bad boy. Then we also have the first production heads-up display. So that's a pretty neat feature. You see that a lot on everything nowadays. It's made its way from fighter jets to commercial airliners to the new Honda Accord, I think, has a heads-up display, at least for an option. So pretty cool technology. Also was the first integrated inertial bombing navigation system. So that's another feature that goes along with the bombing computer, sort of in that category. And the first integrated terrain avoidance system. Now that's also really important, something that's made its way to commercial aviation. A lot of planes have terrain avoidance systems, and looks like this was a pretty big forerunner for that. Then we also have the first integrated electronic warfare system. Now, I did mention briefly earlier that this was a supersonic aircraft. It was actually not just supersonic, but it could go up to Mach 2 at 40,000 feet, but still very fast, and all the power of those J-79 turbojets in the back that the F-4 Phantom used, that the F-104 Starfighter used, it's all the same basic engine, the J-79 General Electric engines. This variant was the GE-10 turbojets, over 17,000 pounds of thrust for each engine. That's a lot of thrust for not a very big plane. So, fast plane. It's about 76.5 feet long with a wingspan of 53 feet, and it's 19.3 feet tall. The maximum carrier takeoff weight of this thing is 79,500 pounds, and for performance, service ceiling of around 49,000 feet, with a combat radius of 1,508 miles. As far as crew, this thing had a pilot and a recon attack navigator. So, the classic pilot-navigator setup. Now, this thing was used extensively for tactical reconnaissance, using a broad multi-sensor capability. In a typical operational mission, the Vigilante made a high-speed, high or low altitude pass, using its varied sensors to gather continuous, full-spectrum, electronic, infrared, side-looking radar, all kinds of information it could get on any given target. The aircraft served worldwide and had extensive combat roles in Vietnam and remained operational through 1979. If you're ever stopping by the Orlando-Sanford International Airport, whether it be for flight training purposes, whether it be just flying in or out of it, whether it be for travel, if you're coming on one of the airlines that services this airport, I would highly recommend just coming over here to this little memorial circle and having a read for some of the plaques. I got a lot of my information from this video from the plaque that's over here, supported on a tailhook for the Vigilante. Pretty great little place. It's nice and calm. There's usually nobody else here. It's right next to the cell phone lot. Just my car over there. And pretty good little place. I recommend it. That's it for today. Just thought I would share since I'm out here waiting in the cell phone lot for a little while. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, or dislike if you didn't like it. And see you guys in the next video.